So, in case you're unfamiliar with the Jetsons, right? Well, first of all, if you're unfamiliar with the Jetsons, you're probably way too young to really enjoy all the subtle nuance and great things that's provided in this podcast. So, but yeah, the Jetsons is here now. Because when I was thinking to myself, we're gonna get a flying car, it was gonna look bunk. It was gonna be super shaky, and it was gonna be something that nobody in their right mind would ever get into. We're talking about 40,000 pre-orders in the United States alone for this flying car. And I'm not surprised. For the price tag of what, $2.1 million? Well, that's what it costs to make it over 2 years. I'm not surprised. There are so many millionaires, multi-millionaires in the US that watch this thing. Dude, if I had $10 million in my bank account, I'm on the phone immediately.
All I'm gonna say to you right now is that I sometimes I this is a sidebar, but I participate in this podcast like a listener. You know, I'm a listener right now. So if I'm listening to this audio, I have no clue what the hell you're talking about.
Yeah.
No clue. And we're a few minutes in right now, and they're still confused.
Well, you also have to remember that the audio is titled as to what it is they're listening to, so they know what we're reacting to. There's these things called titles. So when you read the title, you're like, oh, okay, that's what they're talking about.
Right, right, right. No, I was just lending credit to your journalistic
Anyways, so the vehicle that you just seen right there, let me give you some little bit of information on it here. So it's prototype one. It has a fixed propeller and it's powered by a BMW engine. So that's something. With 160 horsepower, runs on regular pump fuel. So you mean to tell me I can go to Esso and gas up?
You got to use the premium though, for sure. For sure, it's
Oh,
premium.
100%. And it can go from a plane, I guess, to just a traditional car in like 2 minutes.
Right.
40 hours of test flights. It's gotten as high as 8,200 feet in the air, hit a max speed of almost 120 miles an hour. And like I said, a lot of pre-orders. Now, there's a second prototype that's currently being worked on, and they're hoping to get it to like 300 horsepower. And they're looking at maybe 3 4 seaters. That's, I'm assuming, obviously just like a 1 seater or a 2 seater, but they're looking
Yeah.
like a little mini sedan type of
A Cooper
joint.
or sedan, a Cooper or a
Oh
hatchback.
my.
This is the
I
hatchback of all hatchbacks.
I love it. I love it,
This
man.
is no, okay. You know what? I'm gonna be serious now because I was razzing you for the beginning. Let me get into the topic now for real, for real. So this is actually really interesting because when I found out about this, I was looking at it, and the fact that it came out of Slovakia, that honestly caught me off guard. Not no harm or discredit to Slovakia,
No
because as
shade.
we all know, I am, I change my race every now and then. Sometimes I wake up I feel Spanish. Some days I wake up so there's been a day where I felt Slovakian, right?
Why not?
And yeah, why not? Why not? They're doing it non-binary or non-transracial, whatever you want to call it.
Hmm.
But I woke up one day and this is actually pretty interesting that it came out of here, because this is something that, I, with my weird mind, immediately thought of Back to the Future and Marty McFly. I immediately went to Back to the Future.
I think that makes sense.
Right? That's the first place that I went. And once again, if you don't get that reference, yeah, you already know where I'm going with that. But it's something where I had to look to see what year did they go to in the movie to where they had the flying cars already, right? So I had to
Right,
go
right,
search, right?
right, right.
Right? It was 2015. We're 6 years behind. At
Wow.
least. At
They really,
least.
yeah, they
They
really
fucked it up.
thought,
We fucked
yeah,
up. We
yeah,
fucked up.
we're
We're
lacking.
slacking right now. So as much as I want to be happy and proud about this, the movies have ruined it for me. Because now I should be riding, not I shouldn't just be riding in flying cars. I should be flying Lamborghinis at this point. I should be in the
Well,
flying Bentley.
when this thing becomes normal, right? Like just a regular schmegula, just like like they're manufacturing a regular car. Just piece that together.
Yeah.
Just think about that.
What that
Literal,
world is gonna look like.
Bro, now here's the thing though. Here's the kicker. What they did say is that although yes, the price tag, it's reasonable when you consider what it is you're getting. It's pretty reasonable. 2.1 amps. I mean, I'm sure that's what it costs to make. I'm sure they're gonna mark that up. But
Right.
let's just say it's around 5. Pretty reasonable, I think.
Right.
You still need to be able to land and take off. So
That's the thing.
unless you have airport type, space in your backyard or
Unless your name
wherever.
is John Travolta.
Thank you. This really isn't something that you can kind of just take off whenever you want to, right from the comfort of your own home. You're gonna have to leave this parked up at the airport, catch your Uber or whatever it is you do to get to the airport and take off. That's the only downside. So once they figure that out, once they really domesticate it, where like nigga living in the projects could just be like, yeah, I'm running. You understand what I'm saying? Yo, I'm running a
When it gets to that
Uber.
level, yeah,
Or,
yeah, yeah.
you know what I
It's
mean?
official.
It's got to be this. This is the only way that'll work. It's got to be this type of landing, and it's got to be this type of takeoff, and it can't be the traditional airplane
More like
landing.
a helicopter.
There you go.
For
And
sure. More like a helicopter for sure.
Yeah.
More like a helicopter. And you're right. You're right. Listen, once Pookie on the street corner, Pookie and Wendy, who live on the street corner, once they're able to go and get themselves a little hatchback, a little flying hatchback, that's when I'll know. You're right. That's the moment that I'll know that it's real. And I'll be happy for baby Wendell because actually he'll be able to get his diapers. You know what I mean? So it'll be a good world. It'll be a better place, I believe, in that aspect. But I can't believe we're here. Realistically, I can't believe we're actually
I know.
here.
Honestly,
That is kind
man,
of crazy. So I do understand your shock level.
like
beginning.
I'm literally. I literally when I seen it because like I'm telling you, man, because they try things and I give them that participation ribbon. Cool, you tried, you came out, you failed, bro. This is legit. This is legit. You could like once they start mass producing, this is gonna change everything. Perfect timing too, because COVID just completely effed like the travel industry as far as like the airplanes.
They would have banned flying cars if COVID.
Right?
During COVID.
But I'm just saying,
No flying cars.
like, yo, this is crazy. Listening and viewing public, what are your thoughts here, man? Fill us in. Let us know if we're missing something. This is definitely something that I want to stay abreast of because at some point in time, I don't have to own one, but if I could at least get in one. At least
that switch from plane to car too. The switch that it does from plane to car, like granted, it's 2 minutes. It's 2 minutes to switch from plane to car. That also needs to be improved, but still looks sick. That's real life Transformers.
2 minutes.
2 minutes.
That needs to be improved.
Hello.
You were 8,200 feet in the air. You flew over all the traffic.
Yeah, but I'm also in the car.
Is okay.
I'm also in the car. You know what that means? That means I got places to go.
Oh
and we know 2 minutes to convert. Let's go.
Leave it in the comments. Don't forget to like and subscribe all of our podcasts or wherever you stream music at 2 Guys Doing a Pod. That's the number 2 Guys Doing a Pod. Deuces.